Welcome everybody to week 3. Last week you worked on the genetics and evolution module. You were also supposed to sign up under the case study project for your group. If you have not gone to the case study project and use the self-enroll link to choose your group, you should do so right away. Everyone who has self-enrolled in a group should now have access to their corresponding group that they enrolled in under this module, and you should have access to any of the papers that I have uploaded associated with your case study project. So if you have not self-enrolled in a group, make sure you're doing that right away. If you have self-enrolled and there's an issue finding any of the papers I have uploaded, please let me know right away. For this week, we are going to start to zoom in to the behavioral and mental processes that are controlled by proximate causes. Right? Remember we talked about ultimate and proximate causes in the last module. The proximate causes are those things in the immediacy that lead to these behavior and mental processes. And the most immediate is the neuron and the biological processes that underlie the neuron and its firing pattern. So we're going to be jumping in on module 3, and we're going to be examining the neuron, what it is, how it functions, and how it can transmit information through what's called the action potential. As part of this unit, you have a series of videos that you are watching, as well as taking a look at Chapter 1 in your textbook, both Module 1.1 and Module 1.2. We are also introducing our first neuron modeling activity, our first activity of the course. So this is Activity 1. So when you open up Activity 1, what you'll see is you'll see the modeling activity here. So if we open this guy up, the first thing I want you to notice is that there is a program that you need to download. So the link is available in the description. So you'll click that. You can then fill out the information to gain access to it. All you need to do is you just put that you're a student from Central New Mexico Community College, and that we are in the Psych 2250 class. That's fine. And then you need to select whether it's a Macintosh or a Windows version. That's going to correspond, of course, whatever computer you are using. I'm on a Windows, so we'll select that. Then you hit Submit, and it will provide you with a downloadable file that you should just be able to click, and then it'll download to your computer. So we will close this out. Once you have the neural module program open, you'll open the activity inside Brightspace, and there are some instructions. So let's go through the instructions first. So you'll see several lines displayed in the model. The two primary lines we're interested in are the red lines and the yellow lines. So the red lines represent the stimulus, the yellow line represents the action potential. Make sure you've read the chapter and looked at the videos to get a better understanding of what these are. If we click on the mouse and drag it along the yellow line, you'll see down here in the corner over here the charge. And that's often what we will be recording into the learning module. So before we begin, remember we need to go up here to lesson and make sure that lesson 4 is selected. From there, we will answer each of the questions here. You're asked to make a recording of the charge, for example, 1.5 milliseconds. So we can find the 1.5 milliseconds right here, and we can drag our cursor to that level, and we can see the charge under yellow is negative 49.03 millivolts. So that is what we would record, right? And so you'll go through and you'll answer each of these questions. And then occasionally the activity will ask you to change things. For example, under stimulus 1, find the box called amplitude. So that's here's stimulus 1, here's amplitude, and it asks us to change this value to 20. And then it asks us to go through and answer some questions about that. So just follow the directions in the activity closely. Do what they tell you to do. Write your answers in here, and that will complete the neural modeling activity. Once you have completed the neuromodeling activity, you have watched the lectures, and you have read everything in the textbook, you have completed the Module 3. That we do not have a discussion for this week. I do, again, encourage you to download and read and start reading the case studies papers that are provided to you for that project. If for any reason you haven't signed up for that yet, make sure you have signed up for it within the next couple of days. And that will complete your assignments for this week.